Okay. Habari, everybody. Welcome. Let us have a good time today.
Nasema leo tuwe na furaha hapa.
Yeah. And please ask questions of Dicken and us. That it is an opportunity for Dicken to understand what is on your mind.
Nasema tuulize maswali tuulize maswali itaonyesha huyu mgeni mwenye atatuongelesha. Kama mnauliza maswali itamuonyesha mnaelewa namna gani au mnapenda kujua namna gani.
The more questions you ask, the faster you will learn.
So anasema kama tunaendelea kuuliza maswali ndio vile tutajifunza jamii.
Phillips, can you show us, just take the camera and just show us all the people around, just for us to see.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty nice crowd.
Wait, we're 27, I think, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes,
and,
yes.
Yeah. And
Wow.
also, yeah. And this will be a relaxed, fun time. Tell them we want to have fun. Learning should be fun, not tough.
Yeah,
we're froze. Okay. The old bugaboo.
I know.
So nasema kujifunza, kujifunza tuko najifunza. Unaregea?
Okay. And although Dicken will be the guest speaker, the feeling should be that we all come together as one.
Anasema hata huyu mzungu, angalie, hata huyu mzungu ndio atakuwa anaongea. Huyu dokta mwenye niliwaambia. Lakini mjue wote tuko hapa kujifunza pamoja, kuongea pamoja, Usiangalie tu anakuja kuongea, lakini tujue ni vya mingi na sisi tunapaswa ongea.
Yeah, and Dicken, this is the end of our first month of 4 months of the advanced course. We meet once a week.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So this is the first time we have come together. Okay. I want, before I pass it over to Dicken, I want to give you an image. The topic today is the Spirit of God and the spirit of man are one and the same. Did you hear, Phillips?
Come again? Our connection is breaking.
Okay. The topic is the spiritual nature of God and the spiritual nature of man are one and the same.
Nasema mjue leo chenye ataongea yako kuangalia upendo Mungu kufuatana kwa Mungu na kwa mtu ni mmoja. Mungu na mtu.
I want you to have this image in your mind. Imagine that God is inside of you.
Nasema anapenda hata tuko tunataka anza ongea tukue na hiyo mawazo mjeni tuko tunapenda ongea.
And God is telling a story like a movie right now. Did you hear?
It froze.
Yeah. And Shailia, before we Dicken talk, you could say a few words too. Just
Yeah.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
Shailia and I are doing this course together, and the first month was like we had no idea what we were going to do, so it's just but now we have a better idea. Okay.
Okay, they're back.
Okay, so I want you to imagine that God is inside of you telling a story. And in the story, God is also asking you to do certain things, to change certain things so that the story is perfect.
So anasema Mungu saa zingine anatuongelesha Mungu anakuongelesha ujue namna gani unaweza badilika. Wewe unaweza badilisha nini? Njia tofauti.
And if you can see the story that God is telling you and that you are participating in, you will see the perfection of life.
Sema kama unaanza angalia Mungu yuko anakuonyesha nini maisha yako mbenye napita ndani, anasema kama unaangalia tu vile unaona kama Mungu yuko anakutumikia au uko natumika njia ya Mungu, utaona maisha yako yanabadilika na kuwa mzuri.
And because you are participating, you are making a difference in helping God tell this perfect story.
Nasema na kwa juu uko na wewe Mungu yuko anakutumika ndani, lakini wewe unatia nguvu inaleta kila kitu saa zingine inabadilika.
When you feel this connection to God, you naturally help other people.
Nasema kama unajisikia vile, unasikia uko na Mungu, uko na patana na Mungu, hiyo inasaidia na namna gani unajisaidia na kusaidia.
And you also feel your own contribution to this beautiful picture, this beautiful story.
Na wewe peke unaanza jisikia.
That is how I see all of you.
Ongezeka fatana na gisi unajisaidia na gisi unasaidia. Sema njoo vile uona kuna kama tuko mapatano na nani na Mungu.
When Mirinda experienced his own wisdom, he naturally shared love with other people.
Sema kama Mirinda aliona akili yake, alipanua maakili, alianza ongelesha wengine.
And now, together, we are a team.
Sai, Mirinda, mimi, hawa, tuko pamoja.
A team of love. And now I would like the co-host of the series, Shailia, who is very, very important. And without her, we would not be here. I would ask her now to say a few beautiful words.
Anasema anapenda huyu mama naye aongee, naye ni mwalimu na tena naye mimi hale huyu Shailia ndio tulipanga tukasema hivi vitu vianze. Tulete magrupu mkuje pamoja, ile maongezi ya siku ya kwanza yenye mnaona tunakuwa nayo like wakava zana vikuwe tuanze kuwa na maongezi. So naye anapenda akwenda vile nitamuongelesha. Yeah, go ahead Shailia.
Habari yenu. It's so good to see all of you here today, gathered in one place. What a miracle.
Anasema ni kitu mzuri, anaiona mzuri kuona sai tuko hapa pamoja. Anasema Miracle ni nini mkiswahili? Aha, kusema ni kitu mzuri.
I hope you'll use the time together to be in the spirit of fellowship.
So anasema anawaza mko hapa na mko mnapenda kwa juu mko hapa.
I will share a picture that I heard last week to talk about the spirit within you.
So anasema ataongea kufuatana na Jumaa yenye ilipita, gisa alikuwa anawaza kwa si bantu ba Nakivale kufuatana na hii magrupu.
Phillips, I don't know if they have gloves in Uganda. Do they have gloves to put on the hands sometimes? Phillips, can you hear me?
Yes, anasema yes, we can hear. Yes, anasema Uganda hajui kama tuko na unajua gloves ya kuvaa mwenye unaenda kwa mganga, ndio alikuwa anauliza hajui kama ziko. Yes, they are available in Uganda. Gloves, they are there.
They are there. Okay. So, do you know what a glove looks like when no hand in it? It's just laying there on the table. It's not got life in it.
So anasema kama unaangalia glove na bado kuivara yuko pale kumeza, inaonekana namna gani? Hakuna kitu, yuko tu pale, inaonekana kama hakuna kazi.
It's just a piece of material. It's just something in the form with no life of its own. A glove is a glove.
So nasema ni kitu tu yenye iko pale, hakuna kitu ndani. Ni gisi iko.
But when you put your hand in that glove, it comes to life.
Nasema unakamata hiyo unatia mikono. Sasa inaonekana inakuwa kitu.
When you're moving your fingers, the glove is dancing around, right around your hand.
Sema kama unaanza vara, uko na vara hiyo unaona gisi inakuwa uko na vara hapa, unaingiza hii, unaingiza hii, inakuwa vile kama uko na ivara.
It's the very same with human spirit and the spirit of God.
So nasema njoo vile sasa na Mungu anakuwa.
We are the form, we are the glove, we are the body.
So nasema tuko kama glavu ziko, tuko tu mwili. Yes.
With God's energy in us, we come to life. We live the experience of being a human spiritual being. Can you hear me? Did you hear me, Phillips?
Anasema hiyo nguvu ya Mungu. Yes, hiyo nguvu yenye Mungu sasa anakuwa msie, ndio sasa tunaonekana.
To be a glove that knows of its hand is a beautiful thing.
Sasa kujua kama uko glove uko pale, nayo ni kitu mzuri.
To be lived by the Spirit is a beautiful thing.
Na kujua uko pale lakini Mungu yuko anakutumikia ndani. Nayo ni furaha.
Do they agree, Philip? Do they agree?
Our network was dancing. Maybe you can repeat.
I ask if they agree with that, Phillips, if they agree.
Anasema mnaitika kama maisha yetu njoo gisi iko, anasema mnaitika kama hiyo ni kweli. Yes, they agree.
Very good. So welcome, and I look so much forward to today's meeting and what we will also hear from Dicken.
So anasema anawakaribisha kuona mmekuja kwa hii mkutano, na tena anasema naye anashukuru au anapenda kusikia tena huyu Dr. Dicken atatuongelesha itakuwa namna gani. Hawa tu wako wanakuja kutukaribisha, ili waambia mwongezo wa leo ni ule mwenye mnaona nataka anza kuongea ule tu. Okay,
Okay, great. So I have asked Dicken to start the talk with a question that we had last week. Can you hear Phillips?
It's just a delay.
Ameambia uliza swali ilikuwa tunaongea hapo.
The question last week, is love always there?
Yes, yes.
The question last week was, is love always there? And so Dicken, although it is a simple question, it is a very profound question. And I turn it over to you to share, maybe introduce yourself just for a second, and then roll into the topic.
Aendeleshe kuongelesha upendo inakuwaka pale. Kusema upendo inakuwaka saa zingine haiko, inakuwaka pale, ndio amemkaribisha kwanza kuongea.
Hello, everyone.
Habari, everyone.
Habari, everyone. It is a great it is a great honor to be here with you today. I'm with I'm with some of my favorite teachers, Harry and Shailia.
Come again, we did not get it well.
So the question is love always within us? And the answer is yes.
Ooh, thank goodness you got the right answer.
Yeah. Love is another name for God's Spirit. God's Spirit is everywhere. God's Spirit is formless like space. If you walk outside of the building you are in, there will be lots and lots of space.
Kubwa kama tunaenda nje, ndio anasema kama tunaenda nje unafanya hivi, space iko.
And inside of the building there is space all around you.
Hata anasema hata si kwenye tuko hapo. Si hii ni fast. Sina hii ni fast. So anasema fast iko na fast. Anasema Mungu anakuwaka kila fast.
If the walls of the building fell down, it's the same space.
So anasema hata nyumba kama inaanguka. Sema nyumba imeanguka, hiyo fasi tena kama imekuwa juu, kama imekuwa chini, fasi ni fasi.
When any person I have ever met when their mind quiets down, they feel more love and more connection with what's around them.
Anasema bantu mingi nimeisha kutana nao kama wanaanza tuliza mawazo yao, kuelewa kwao wanaanza angalia kila kitu yenye yuko pembeni inakuwa mzuri.
Inside of us is a feeling of God's love. You can feel the aliveness within.
Tunasema ndani yetu tuko na kujisikia kwa Mungu, na wewe peke unaweza jisikia kama ndani hakuna tatizo.
It's a living force.
Sema ni hiyo kitu unaishi mwa hiyo nguvu. Yes.
It's what's living you right now. It's a living God.
Tunasema hiyo ndio kuishi na Mungu. Unaishi na Mungu ndani. Yes.
It beats your heart.
Ndio inaleta hata roho yako inaika like ndani unajisikia kuko nguvu.
It is breathing you.
Na hiyo ndio inaleta unapumua.
It is creating everything that you think in your head.
Na hiyo inaleta kila kitu yenye unawaza inakuwa.
It's a gift.
Sema hiyo ni zawadi.
It's a gift of life.
Ni zawadi ya uzima. Ya maisha.
God gives everyone this gift.
Anasema Mungu amepatia kila mtu hiyo zawadi.
I have worked with people who have been very, very unhappy.
Nasema ametumika na watu wenye walikuwa mubaya na hawana furaha.
And I asked them, right now, are you alive?
Na naanza wauliza, saa hii muko? Bako hawana furaha, lakini anaanza wauliza, muko? Muko? Aha, anaanza wauliza.
Every single person says yes.
Sema kila mtu anasema, yeah, niko.
And I say, how do you know that you're alive?
Sasa akaanza wauliza, sasa kama huko, umejua namna gani kama huko?
People stop and they get quiet and they go, I feel alive right now. I feel alive.
Mtu anasema, niko najisikia kama niko. Niko. Yes.
That feeling is God's love.
Anasema hiyo kujisikia. Kujisikia kwa Mungu. Upendo wa Mungu.
Is the feeling before it goes through our thinking mind, our intellect.
Anasema tunawaza kufuatana na vya nyuma, tunawaza namna gani?
It's pure.
Inakuwa pale hakuna uchafu.
Pure thought is love.
Kuwa pale na uko nawaza vya mzuri, iye ni upendo.
Pure consciousness is love.
Kuwa pale uko naelewa mzuri, iye ni upendo.
God's essence is love.
Anasema Mungu, kuna mtu anajua Mungu, yeye ni upendo.
When all of the negative thoughts quiet down in a person's head, they feel love.
Anasema sasa ile ya mubaya, kama unaanza tu like na kichwa yako, mawazo yako yanatulia.
I have a metaphor, Joseph.
Phillips.
Phillips, I have a metaphor.
Oh, you're an artist. I didn't realize that, Dicken.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Unaona?
this is glass.
Sema hiyo ni kioo. Kioo mnajua?
This is sunlight, pure light.
Sasa nisema bila hiyo mwangaza kama unakamata torch
When it goes through the glass, it creates a rainbow.
Sema kama unapiga tu hivi hiyo mwangaza kama inapita fasi nyingine inaleta saa zingine kala zingine.
Pure love creates positive feelings, peace, joy.
Nasema kujisikia mzuri kama kuwa na upendo. Upendo inaleta vitu mingi. Unakuwa na upendo hapa lakini huku inaleta vya mingi.
So it creates peace, joy, love, happiness.
Kujisikia furaha, kujisikia upendo, kujisikia unaweza. Hivi vyote vinatokea ukipiga hapa inaleta furaha jamii.
Yeah, we have to get Dicken some color pens.
I know. So this is our mind, our thinking mind, right here.
So anasema hiyo kioo yenye anatuonyesha ndio sasa mawazo.
When our mind is quiet, we feel positive feeling.
Anasema kama akili yetu hakuna binduko mnaisumbua tunaanza sikia vya mzuri huko ndani.
If you have a lot of negative thoughts in your mind, God's love, God's light within us goes through our negative thinking and it creates dark colors.
Sanasema kama hapa kwa kioo mawazo yetu muko vya mingi muko vya mubaya mawazo mbaya huko italeta mwangaza hata inaweza toka lakini itatoka mwangaza tena yenye iko ya mweusi.
It creates anger, fear, sorrow.
Kujisikia mubaya, kujisikia kuogopa vya mubaya.
So our teacher, Sydney Banks, said, look for a quiet mind.
Anasema mwalimu alikuwa anawafundisha na alikuwa anaambia wangine namna gani wanaweza tuliza akili, mawazo, tulie kwanza.
In a quiet mind, you will begin to feel God's love coming through us.
Anasema kama sasa unakuwa na hiyo tuliza hiyo mawazo yako, ndio utaanza kuona jambo zuri, upendo, furaha.
If I am with my wife and I have negative thoughts in my head, and I will not feel close to her, but I know that every time my mind quiets down, I will feel love for her.
Lakini najua siku zingine kama natulia, kama natuliza mawazo yake, anaanza kuwa na kujisikia kwa bibi yake, kwa mke wake. Yes.
Love is inside everyone.
Sema upendo yuko ndani ya kila.
when our minds quiet down, we feel connection to nature, to trees, to people, to animals. We feel closer.
Sema sasa tunaanza tuliza mawazo yetu. Tunasikia tuko na onyesho njoo nini Kiswahili pia kuhusiana. Aha, na vitu vingine.
Our teacher taught us to look within beyond our thinking.
Sema mwalimu yao alikuwa ananiambia uko naangalia mawazo na vyenye hawawezi waza saa zingine. Angalia.
And inside of us, there's a quiet and the feeling of love.
Sema ndani yao kuko kujisikia mzuri, like kutuliza.
Whenever I have a problem, I let my mind, I stop thinking about the problem so my mind can quiet down.
So anaanza apendi kuwaza vya mingi, kwa hiyo shida yenye inamletea kutulia.
And when I find a beautiful feeling inside, I always know what to do.
Kama naanza kusikia mzuri yeye, naanza jua atafanya
The answer for our problems is always found in this love.
Nasema jibu ya mashida yenye tuko nayo inakutana iko ndani ya upendo.
I have a 5-year-old granddaughter.
Sema iko na mtoto yake, like huyu mjukuru. Aha, mjukuru wake wa miaka.
Here they come.
Part of the fun. Also slows us down, you notice?
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah,
fine.
instead of,
Yeah. Just I get to the good story.
Yeah. It's always that way.
So I have a 5-year-old granddaughter, and she loves to run around and play all day.
We lost.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he'll come back.
I'll come back to the.
Yeah.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
Hold on to that story, Dicken.
I will.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the best internet connection of all of the spaces is where they are right now. So it's a good,
I know.
it's a good day.
It's a good day. I've been amazed how long its last has been over half an hour, and we had connection.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One of the interesting things we're also doing is we have every 2 weeks Africans teaching Africans, which Phillips and Sylvia are running, and so
That's fabulous.
And Shailia and I are not allowed to talk on it. It's just Africans sharing with African, and it's also on this, and it's just part of the sharing that we're seeing the story that God is unveiling for us, and it's
that was a beautiful metaphor, Harry. I like that. God's creating this story. I actually experienced an insight. I actually saw that God is actually writing the story, telling the story right now. And if I see that, I will do my part
which is necessary, but does
Yeah.
not, but it just makes the story the way God needs the story to be told.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
The undistorted truth.
that's it. Yeah. Ah, there's
Here they come.
Phillips is a good translator.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. Hi.
Yeah, we are back now.
Okay. I have a 5-year-old granddaughter.
So anasema yuko na mjukuu wake wa miaka 5.
And she loves to run around and play and have fun.
So anapenda tembea na kuwa na furaha.
So most of the day, she's in beautiful feelings.
So anasema kwa siku nakutana ule siku yake yuko tu anajisikia mzuri.
And then sometimes she gets very upset with her brother.
Lakini saa zingine anajisikia mbaya kama yeye na brother yake na kaka yake. Saa zingine anajisikia mbaya.
But she does something that most adults don't do.
Kile nasema anafanya unaona saa zingine imbwa unajua saa zingine naongea mbaya.
When she's upset, she doesn't think about it.
Lakini kama iko mbaya naongea tu mbaya.
She doesn't think, why did this happen? What should I do? Why is this going on?
Kama kuko shida yenye imekuwa saa zingine mtoto hawezi waza nifanye nini? Kwa nini yeye imekuwa? Anafanya tu yenye anasikia.
She wants to play again, so she gets present. She becomes present so she can play.
Anapenda kuendelesha mchezo.
When people are present, they get over their upset quickly.
Nasema bantu saa zingine venye wako wana kama gani?
When people are present, fully present and not thinking, they get over their upset quickly.
Anasema kama bantu saa zingine wako na waza vya mbaya inawaletea kujisikia mbaya.
Isn't it interesting that when adults get upset, they do the opposite?
Na hiyo inaonyesha saa zingine kama mbwa inajisikia mbaya. Kuna gisi na kufanya nini?
They do more and more thinking.
So anasema hiyo inaweza saa zingine mtu kuwaza na waza.
Another picture.
All right.
Nasema analeta picture ingine.
This is children's feeling. They're happy, 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 happy. Then they get upset and then they don't think about it. They get over it and then they're playing again. This is normal. Those are moods. Oh. Come on, baby. Going, gone.
Yeah. It's so interesting to see we share and then they take it out into their community in whatever way it goes out.
Yes. Yeah.
When we had Gabazana share, we had the village, the whole village on 3PAE come. I was amazed that the feeling in the whole community had changed, Dicken. They actually, when one family is hungry and another has almost nothing, they can go over and get a little bit of food just to tide them over.
Yeah.
Things like that are happening in a soft way of support. And the other thing is the love they have even though they have nothing, it's like because their life has gone this much up, there's like $1 zillion of appreciation.
Yeah. So much more gratitude, huh?
Yeah, and the power of their sharing. One asked, how do you put up with so much, with everything is so terrible? And the woman came up, strong woman, she came up and said, I have faith and believe in God, and I wake up with a hopeful feeling. And of course, that is the problem with North America. They don't wake up with a hopeful feeling.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
Well, they've lost their connection to spirit. That's the whole problem.
It's interesting because we'll see the Africans, perhaps if we talk at 3P UK, we'll see how the Africans lift the other people up.
Yes. Yeah. No, please.
Because they answer the question, can you be happy without money?
Yes.
Yeah, they answer that question.
They're living. Oh, good. Okay.
Here we go again.
Here we go.
Dicken's got his board back.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Dicken the artist.
I'm trying to talk to him about resilience.
Yeah, and whatever. Yeah, go. Are you there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Phillips. This is a child's moods, their feelings. They are happy almost all the time, and then a little while they're unhappy.
Nasema saa zingine mtoto anakuwa na furaha, saa zingine anakuwa hana furaha.
Adults often they get upset and then they do this. They keep thinking. They keep thinking about it. And it keeps them upset. Oh. Come on, babes.
Come again?
Okay. Adults, when they get upset, they keep thinking about it. They keep thinking while they're upset.
Kama unajisikia mbaya, inaendelesha kuwaza vile vya mbaya, inaendelesha kufanya vya mbaya.
When you get upset, if you remember God, you become present. You let go of your upset thinking.
Kama unakuwa mja mbaya, sasa unakumbuka Mungu, unakuelea, unarudia, unaanza kusikia mzuri.
And then you catch yourself thinking when you're upset, and you come back up again, you become like a kid again. You become like a child.
Sema wepeke.
God's love is like the sun inside of us.
Anasema upendo kama gisi tunaona mwangaza. Sani wanaita jua. Sasa anasema njoo gisi upendo inakuwa ndani.
And when we are caught up with negative thinking, it's like storm clouds.
Nasema kama tu tuko tunawaza ya mubaya. Kama mnaona mvua kama inataka anza nyesha. Yule mnaona kama tunakuwa na mawazo mabaya tunakuwa kama vile.
When our thinking quiets down, the sun comes through the clouds again.
So anasema sasa kama mawazo yetu sasa inatulia, jua inaanza pita mwa hiyo manini mawingu kwa juu, imetuliza mawazo sasa, ndio inaanza.
I would like to see, Phillips, if people have questions.
Anapenda, nasema anapenda kujua kama mko na maswali. Naweza mwezi. Sana mnaona naongea upendo nini, so maswali inafatana na upendo. Yes, there is a question.
Yes, are there any questions?
Ask the person to come up.
There is a question, all right. Mtu anaweza epuka mawazo mabaya na avoiding. Like Eric is asking, how can we avoid negative thinking?
You can't. At times, negative thinking comes in, but we don't have to hold on to it.
Inawezekana. Kwa juu mawazo mabaya inakuja, lakini kama inakuja, haupaswi kujikaribisha, unaikumbatia. Nikumbatia. Aha, imekuja sasa na wewe unafanya nini? Unaikumbatia, unaikaribisha.
We can be like children again.
Kuwa kama watoto.
They get upset, but they become present and start feeling good again quickly.
Nasema watoto wanasikia mbaya. Lakini muda tu kidogo mtoto tena furahi na pia vile gani, mawazo mabaya unaweza ifanye.
Sydney Banks would teach us that when you feel upset, if you know that it's thought, it'll bring you back to the present moment. And when we can only feel happy and loving when we're present. We can't do that while we're thinking. We can't be happy while we're thinking. We can't feel love while we're thinking.
Come again?
We can't feel love while we're thinking. If I'm thinking about something, if I'm with my wife, Phillips, if I'm with my wife and doing a lot of thinking, she won't feel any love from me.
Kama mtu uko na waza ya mingi, uko na waza ya mbaya, upendo kuja ni shida.
Dicken, I'd like to say something right here.
Yeah.
Tell the man when he sees his connection to God, how the human and the God are one, he sees he sees everything from a bigger, wiser perspective.
Come again?
When this man who asked the question, when he sees his true connection between God and the human being and how they are one, he will be able to answer his own question.
Anasema wewe kama unaangalia patana kwako na Mungu, hiyo pekee inaweza kuletea unajibia hiyo swali.
When you see your connection and how you participate with God, you also know what to do with your own mind, whether it is positive or negative.
I know.
Sema kama unaanza jua.
And Shailia, you can also answer the question just to get, if it's okay with you. If you
Yeah,
feel you
no,
want
it's
to.
great. No, it's great.
Yeah. We make it a group discussion. Yeah. So as the level of consciousness goes up, our own understanding of how to deal with our own negative thinking becomes clearer and clearer and easier to understand.
Sasa kama tunapanua mugisi tunaielewa inatuepea na kuelewa kwetu hata mawazo yetu na inakuwa inaendelea kuwa mzuri.
And the happier you are, the easier it is to see how to deal with negative thoughts.
Na gisi tunakuwa na furaha. Bila tuletea namna gani tunapaswa jua, tunapaswa tumika na upendo namna gani na furaha namna.
And I don't like to be sad, so I go to happiness.
So anasema Mungu kama haupendi sasa kujisikia mbaya, unakuja kwa furaha.
So be happy.
Kuwa na furaha.
Okay. Anyway, Shailia will now answer that same question. And tell them it is interesting to hear three different people answer the same question in three different ways.
So, Phillips, I don't know if he heard you, Harry.
Phillips, can you hear?
Yes, can you hear?
Tell them each of us are going to answer the question in three different ways. And that is what we want you to do, is to answer from your own wisdom and your own understanding, not to repeat what Dicken says or Harry says or Shailia says. This is a very important message. And now Shailia, go ahead. Yeah, when the connection is better.
Yeah, when the person.
Yeah.
Phillips, can you hear me again?
Yes, I can hear you, though our network is jumpy, but you can hear now.
Okay. So, tell them that sometimes my negative thinking drives me crazy.
Saa zingine mawazo mabaya, kuwaza mbaya inamletea sikia mbaya, kuongea mbaya.
Yesterday in the morning, I got caught up in a lot of negative thinking.
Jana asubuhi anaanza kuwa mawazo mingi.
I'm human after all, and I was walking outside with my dogs for a full hour, and the whole time I couldn't shake the thinking I was having.
So anasema alitembea hata saa 4, anatembea na mbwa zake. Anasema mawazo inayokuwa naye haipunguki.
Can you hear me, Phillips?
Yeah, I heard when you shared about your moving with the dogs, but you did not. It did not change. the
Okay.
thinking.
Okay. So I was feeling quite terrible on this walk, like tight in my chest and angry at other people.
Huwa nasikia mbaya hata
But at the end of the walk,
Come again?
yeah. But at the end of my walk, I had a moment of God's grace.
Lakini nilikuwa nataka sasa kumaliza sasa kuwa natembea na rumba za sasa kusikia Mungu sasa nisikia vizuri kupatana na visa kupatana na Mungu.
Phillips?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Suddenly, I had a inside seeing that I was feeling angry because I didn't want to feel sad. Being angry felt better than being sad. I saw that in a moment of grace.
Not being
Anaweza ona,
angry.
Go ahead.
To me, letting go of negative thinking often feels like a moment of grace from God.
Sema kutosha mawazo mabaya.
It is something that is given me and that I can count on to happen. I don't try to do it myself. Oops.
Okay.
Phillips,
Yeah.
what was the last thing that you heard me say?
You had like you were saying that when you get connected to God, it helped you like overcoming the thoughts you had.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And when I get that grace, I got that grace yesterday, I came back into the present moment, into a loving feeling.
So alisema hiyo ilikuwa kama ianze kuuliza kia naanza kusikia mzuri.
And I forgave myself for making myself miserable for an hour.
So nasema tena akajisamehe. Kuona yeye peke alianza jisikia mzuri, alianza jifanya mbaya, kwa saa moja ilikuwa anatembea na mbwa zake, lakini ilikuwa anajisikia mbaya. So kama alianza jisikia mzuri, akajisamehe kwa vyenye alikuwa anajipitisha ndani.
And that is my answer. Letting go of negative thinking is God's grace.
So anasema kutosha vya mbaya kichwa yako, mawazo yako, na Mungu gisi anakuongoza. Ni upendo ya Mungu.
Phillips,
Thank you.
we will ask this Dicken to answer the question once more. Can you control negative thinking, Dicken?
We can understand it.
That's the answer.
We can understand that it's just thought.
It's a very important question.
Yes, it is.
Fundamental question.
I have a great metaphor if we get to it.
mawazo mabaya.
Ding.
Yeah. It's one of the interesting things are the fundamental questions that
Yeah.
that the people ask versus, you
Yeah.
know, these convoluted
Yes, no,
scenarios that we get in the Western world. Very, very very, very simple,
yeah.
direct questions.
Oh, okay, Phillips. It's all of us at times have negative thoughts.
Everybody has negative thoughts.
Everybody will have a low mood. That's normal.
Kila mtu atakuwa na visa na atajisikia. Kila mtu atakuwa na mawazo mabaya. Kila mtu atakuwa na mawazo mazuri. Kufuatana na kisa anafanya nini? Na uongozi.
If we take something out of a fire that's very hot and hold on to it,
Kama tunatosha unakamata hii inaita namna gani? Hii ngara. Unakamata moto, unatosha kitu yenye iko na moto.
if I don't know the pain is because I'm holding on to it, I'll keep holding on to it.
Unakamata jiwe, iko moto. Unakamata vidole yako na vitosha. Sasa nasema kama haujui, angalia giso unaikamata na giso uko naisikia. Nasikia giso iko na kuruma. Sasa kama haujui enjoy yuko inaleta inakuruma.
If I know that my pain comes from holding this, I don't use any technique to open my hand and drop it.
So kama najua ile kuruma, kwa ajili ya hiyo joy ile. Cha kufanya.
It's God's grace that I realize or understand that holding negative thought creates suffering. And when I let go, I come back to the present moment.
Kwanza jua kama Mungu iko anakuambia kama unaendelea kamata hiyo jiwe.
When people are holding something hot, they never ask me, how do I open my hand? It's God knows how to do that.
Nasema kama mtu uko nakamata kitu mbaya hivi. Hawezi uliza rafiki yako. Nifanye nini? Hata jiwe ni gondo. Sasa, haujuta they are saying that the solution is to let go of what they are holding. If they are picking something is burning them, it's a matter of like leaving it, then they will feel free.
What was that? Did you understand that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, they basically, when you're holding on to something hot and when you let go, it is the right thing to do.
Yes, yes. It's natural to let go. It takes effort to keep thinking and holding on to it, and it tires out.
It burns your hand. It will literally burn your hand. And Phillips, tell them that worry is the same thing. You're holding on to a hot rock.
Kwanza ogopea kila kitu. Muitie munjia giso naweza kamata hiyo moto. Uko na kamata moto, uko na ria.
And when you let go of the rock, the hot rock, bye-bye worry.
Nasema sasa hiyo yenye uko na kamata ya moto sasa umeachilia. Nasema bye bye, wewe mnaishi.
If you have a sad thought, you are holding onto the rock, the hot rock. Ow, 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 ow. If you
kama uko na kamata ya mobile, vitu yenye iko ngumu, kile unavikamata kama rejeu. Unavikamata kama unaviachilia. Ile vinaisha. Na utajisikia mzuri. So
Dicken is saying we do pick up hot rocks.
Anasema tuko tunaanza kamata bintu yenye ya uzito, bintu ya moto. Hiyo ndio mawazo mabaya.
But when we let go, bye bye sadness.
Kama tunaviachilia, sema bye.
Hello, happiness.
There is only one psychological problem. People innocently hold on to thoughts, feel bad, and then blame the world or blame someone else for the feeling.
Or the past.
Or the past, or the biochemistry, or the, you name it, the weather.
Well, or the brother being chopped into little pieces.
Anaanza sema mlindo umenifanya mubaya. Kumbe yeye peke ndio yuko na tabia mbaya.
Can I read a Sid quote?
Maybe they look like they're getting a little tired and so on.
Yeah.
So it will be, let us ask for one more question and then finish it up with that Sid quote. It's a very good way. We start our advanced class, every advanced class, with a quote from Sid. So it's a good way to finish as well. Because he seems to know what he's talking about, Dicken.
Yeah. Do you have one more question, Phillips? Is there one more question?
Oh, sorry. Is there one question? So there's a question asking, we're saying that they have that love is always inside us. But why is it hard for someone to understand that there's love in him or her?
Could you say the question again, Phillips, please?
Repeat the question, Phillips. Did you get it, Shailia? Something, I think it's about love is there, but you don't feel it in your... Go ahead.
They ask if love is within you, then why is it so hard for people to understand that they have love in them?
Did you get the question?
Yes, we did. Thank you.
Okay.
When I was a child, I enjoyed being by myself in nature and getting quiet.
Kama alikuwa mtoto, anapenda kuwa na furaha, kuwa mzuri.
And as I got older, I did more and more thinking, and I covered up that love.
Kama sasa alianza komaa, alianza endelea kuwaza na unafanya jamii.
I didn't understand that when I hold my thinking in my mind, I cover up God's love.
Nakuwa najua kama anafunika, ye kama anajifunika, anafunika kama ya Mungu. Patana ni yakuwa na
So there are teachers in every culture that remind us that God's love is inside, because we forget.
nasema ndani kama
When I learned God's love was inside me, I just relaxed everything I was thinking, and then I could feel it. Anyone else want to say anything?
Sure. Go ahead, Shailia. Do you have something? And then I will say something as well.
Phillips, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Phillips, I think we do forget. We forget the love within us, we forget the beauty within us, we forget the spirit within us.
Mm-hmm.
Sema saa zingine tunasahau upendo yenye iko ndani mwetu, tunasahau kama na Mungu anakuwaka ndani, kila kitu tunasahau.
I don't know why we forget, but it seems to happen to a lot of us on our way in life.
Sema sijui kwa nini tunasahau, lakini Mungu
Phillips, can you hear me? No, gone.
We asked Sid that question. He says it's the most natural thing in the world. We open our eyes, we see things, and we think about them. And you can't see spirit, so you forget about it, or you lose sight of it because you can't see it. And he says, so it's the most ordinary thing in the world. Everybody gets lost because pretty soon we're looking at things and we're thinking about them, and we think that what we're feeling has to do with things. We don't know that it's created, that's invisible.
Yeah.
That was one time. That was how he answered us. He says, "Oh yeah, everybody gets lost. You're born. You open your eyes. You see things, and pretty soon you start conceptualizing and thinking, and then pretty soon it seems like it's a material world because it's all you can see. And then you get reminded, or you have an experience that wakes you up a little, and then you know where to look." You stop.
And you also have the contrast, Dicken, so that you how would you know what good is if you didn't know what bad is?
Yeah.
And so every time I have this experience, I see my own limitation of my ego or my own thinking.
Yeah,
I get drawn into that. I am so powerful. I am right. Even though I teach you don't do that, I fall into it.
Of course.
And then all of a sudden, boom, I have this, I can't go any farther. Limitation is experience. And then I look towards unlimited.
Yeah.
So it's actually perfectly designed to teach us to
Yeah.
go
Na namna
towards God.
gani unajisikia mawazo hizo unajikamatia hapo na njoo gisi uko nakimbiza upendo, njoo gisi unakimbiza gisi unajisikia kutana na gisi unawaza, uko nawaza jambo ambayo unakwambia kama nakamata moto ndio nikisikia. Sasa mubaya itakuja namna gani uko na hii ndio chenye wanaongea.
Phillips is back. Dicken, can you tell Phillips Sid's answer to why we forget? I thought that was so beautiful.
Okay. Phillips, we asked Sydney Banks, why do we all get so caught up in our thinking and get lost? And this is how he answered that, Phillips. He said it's normal because
Come again?
did you hear the
Start again, Phil. Start again, Dicken.
Okay.
Start right from.
we asked Sydney Banks, why do we all get lost and caught up in our thinking so much? Did you hear that, Phillips? Phillips, did you hear what we asked Sydney Banks?
No, I didn't hear.
We asked.
No, come again.
We asked Sid, why do we get so caught up in our thinking and lost? Why do we forget about spirit?
I think he got the question.
I think he got the question.
Yeah, he got. I
I
think
he got it.
Yeah. A great question.
Oops.
Yeah.
That
It's almost
answer
time.
really helped us because he said, listen, it's the most natural thing in the world. You forget it because it's formless, it's spirit. You can't see it. And so we look toward things and think about them. And then with understanding, you look toward spirit and your mind quiets down. And when it quiets down, you experience the beauty that everybody talks about.
Yeah. You know what it makes me think about? I've been recently listening to a podcast called the Telepathy Tapes. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that, but it's about nonverbal autistic children who oftentimes also have no connection to their body. Sometimes they have to ask if they even have hands or feet. They don't feel their connection to the body. It's like their soul is not integrated. And when they start having them to spell, they talk about their deep inner world. They're completely connected to spirit. They are not connected so much to the form, right? Not as easy to trick.
Let me answer Phillips now, please. Okay, Phillips, so we asked him that question, why do we get so lost? And he said, it happens to everybody. It's natural. I think he's frozen again.
Yeah. Dicken,
Yeah,
I want you to write that question and write the answer, and we'll submit it to the group.
that's a great idea. That's a great idea. And then they'll really get the.
Yeah, because we're obviously, it's a concept that it's a big concept. And
Yes.
I think that will be a wonderful finish, a beautiful sharing from you to them. And then we will post it because we are in a WhatsApp. All the rest of our meetings is in WhatsApp.
Okay.
And So you could tell them you are going to write the story of the answer of that question.
Yeah. I'll
And-
do it.
and-
I'll do
and
it
then we
now.
will-
I'll
then
do
we
it
will
now
come
and
up-
email it to you.
Yeah.
Let's see if by chance. Okay, Phillips.
Yes. We are sorry for the internet connection here.
That's okay. That's okay. Thank you. So this is how Sid answered that question. He said, I think they're frozen.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to.
I will
I think
read it.
what we should do is call the meeting,
Yes.
but tell them that you are going to write the answer
Okay.
to them,
Yeah.
and then we will just and then they can have their snack and so on and have a good time. They have been a good audience.
Yes.
This
Phillips, I will write the answer. I will write the question and answer and send it to you. So it's a good time
right.
it's a good time to take a break. So go have fun, go have your snacks, and I'll send the answer to Harry and he'll get it to you.
I will post it in the group.
Anasema ataendelea kuandika kwa maswali yenye mmeuliza na tena
And Phillips, I'll AI it in Swahili as well, Dicken.
Okay. Yeah,
So it will be in English and Swahili.
wonderful.
Yeah.
As you can see.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will, Phillips, when Dicken answers the question in English, I will also translate it into Swahili with artificial intelligence.
Anasema na tena huyu dokta kama najibia anaona yeye ataandika Kiingereza. So na mzungu huyu atatia mkiswahili na kila mtu anaweza soma. Sinjo vile.
This is tell Phillips this is their homework.
So anasema hiyo ni kitu mzuri kuona huyu dokta anakuja kutuongelesha na ni kitu mzuri kuona hata na yeye anaweza yenye anaongea tena tunatia mkiswahili tena tunavisikia na tunaongelesha vingine.
And Phillips, tell them to give Dicken a big thank you.
Nasema anapenda mumupatie mumshukuru mumupigie makofi huyu dokta mwenye ametuongelesha leo.
Tell them I send all my love and prayers to them.
Nasema upendo, maombi na yeye anawasukumia. Yeah.
Have a good time. Have a good time.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank
Love
you,
being with you,
Phillips.
Phillips.
Thank you, Phillips.
Thank you.
Good.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
Asante.